This message is not for everyone. It is specifically for those who have been chosen by God, walking His divine path with a purpose deep within their hearts. You are not here by accident. The fact that you are reading or listening to this is a testament to God's intentionality in your life. His hand has been upon you, guiding you toward this moment. And now you are being called to step fully into the purpose He has designed for you. The time for waiting is over. Your season of preparation has led you to this exact point, and it is no coincidence. You have been chosen for a reason to carry out a mission and purpose that is greater than anything you could have imagined. Whether you recognize it fully or not, God has been shaping you, molding you, and positioning you for this very moment. His calling is specific to you, and the world needs what you have to offer. You have the power to change not only your life, but the lives of those around you. It is God preparing your heart, mind, and spirit to handle the weight of the blessings and responsibilities that are coming your way. You may not yet understand why you're going through certain things, but you can trust that this pressure is part of God's process of making you stronger, more resilient, and more capable of fulfilling the calling He has placed on your life. The weight of a spiritual pressure often feels uncomfortable because it pushes you out of your comfort zone. It challenges your understanding of who you are and who you are becoming. But this is part of the transformation process. As the pressure builds, it is refining you. It is making you more focused, more intentional, and more aligned with God's will. The discomfort you feel is a sign that something great is about to emerge from within you. It is the final preparation before the breakthrough. God does not give us more than we can handle, but He does allow us to experience the pressure necessary for growth. He knows that we are capable of enduring it, and that in time the breakthrough will come. The process might take time, and there will be moments when you feel uncertain or discouraged. But rest assured, this pressure is temporary, and the purpose behind it is eternal. The weight you feel today is the weight of divine purpose in action. It's the pressure of growth, refinement, and preparation for something greater. Though it may feel uncomfortable, it is not meant to harm you, but to position you for the blessings that are to come. God's timing is perfect, and the decisions you make now, the actions you take, and the faith you hold are all contributing to your divine alignment. As you experience this shift, remember that everything is happening exactly as it should. God is orchestrating the pieces of your life with a precision that you may not always understand, but that is always for your highest good. Trust in the process. Trust in God's timing, and trust that the weight you feel now is part of the journey to something incredible. Stay present, stay faithful, and remain in alignment with God's purpose for your life. This is just the beginning of what He is preparing you for. As the chosen one, you may feel an overwhelming weight, an invisible burden that seems to be pressing down on your spirit. This burden may manifest as an emotional heaviness, a sense of loneliness, or an internal struggle that others cannot understand. But what you must understand is that this burden is not a sign of weakness. It is not a flaw in you or a mistake you've made. It is in fact a sign of divine alignment. When God places a divine calling on your life, He doesn't just bless you with a gift of purpose, He also prepares you for it. This preparation comes with a weight. It's a responsibility that you carry, one that you may not yet fully understand, but that you will come to see is vital for your growth and your spiritual journey. The heaviness you feel is a mark of trust. God has entrusted you with the task at hand, and while it may seem like a burden, it is actually an honor. The weight you feel is part of the divine process of molding you into someone capable of carrying out your purpose. It's like a diamond being formed under intense pressure. Though the pressure is immense, it is the very thing that creates the beauty and strength of the diamond. Similarly, the weight of this divine calling shapes you into a person who can handle the extraordinary tasks that lie ahead. You are not being punished or burdened for no reason. Your heaviness is a sign that you are in alignment with God's plan for your life, and this alignment is essential for what you are destined to do. The greater the calling, the greater the weight. And that weight is not something to fear. It's a privilege to carry this responsibility, and it's proof that you are on the path God has set for you. One of the ways this burden is manifested is through a sense of isolation. You may feel misunderstood, as though no one around you truly sees or appreciates the magnitude of what you are carrying. You may find yourself surrounded by people, yet still feel alone in your journey. This isolation can be painful, and at times it may make you question your path. But it is important to understand that this isolation is not a punishment. It is in fact a divine preparation. When God calls someone to a specific purpose, there's often a season of preparation where that person is set apart. This time of isolation is necessary for several reasons. First, it gives you the space you need to hear God's voice clearly without the distractions and noise of others. It is in this silence that you can learn to discern the whisper of the Holy Spirit guiding you in the right direction. Second, isolation gives you the opportunity to work through personal challenges and growth. It is a time of deep reflection and self-discovery where you can heal from past wounds, confront your fears, and build the spiritual strength needed for what is to come. You may not fully understand it now, but this time of solitude is a critical part of your spiritual development. Lastly, isolation helps you detach from the need for external validation. In a world that often looks for approval and recognition from others, God is teaching you to seek validation from Him alone. This lesson is crucial because as you step into your divine purpose, there will be moments where you won't have the affirmation of others. You will need to stand firm in your calling, relying on the strength and assurance that God has given you. During this season of isolation, you may also feel as though you are being shielded from certain situations or people. This can be frustrating, as you may feel that you are missing out or being left behind. However, this feeling is part of God's protection over you. Just as He protected David while he was in hiding from Saul, God is shielding you during this period of preparation. His protection is not always obvious. You may not see the ways in which God is keeping you from harm or guiding you around potential pitfalls, but trust that He is watching over you, ensuring that you are not led astray and that you are not exposed to situations that could hinder your growth. There may be times when opportunities seem to pass you by, or when doors close and it may feel frustrating. But know that these closures are God's way of protecting you from something that isn't meant for you in this season. His protection also comes in the form of subtle divine interventions. You may feel the urge to take a certain path or avoid a particular person even when it doesn't seem to make logical sense. These nudges are God's way of guiding you, steering you away from distractions and toward the purpose He has set for you. Trust in these promptings, even if you can't always explain them. They are part of His divine plan for your life. In addition to shielding you from negative influences, God's protection also involves equipping you for what lies ahead. As you grow in this period of isolation, He is preparing you spiritually, emotionally, and mentally for the challenges and opportunities that are coming. You are being strengthened in ways you might not yet realize, but when the time comes, you will find that you are more than ready to face what lies ahead. The weight, the isolation, and the spiritual protection you are experiencing are all signs that you are being prepared for something significant. It is not a punishment or a sign of inadequacy, but a part of God's divine plan for your life. Embrace this season of stillness and trust that God is at work behind the scenes, preparing you for the next phase of your journey. You are not alone in this process. God is with you every step of the way, guiding you, protecting you, and refining you for the calling He has placed on your life. Keep your heart open to His guidance. Trust in His timing and know that you are being prepared for something greater than you can imagine. The best is yet to come. As you stand at the precipice of divine realignment, it is essential to understand the power of release. This moment is a call to let go of the burdens you have carried, burdens of past regrets, fear, doubt, and attachments that no longer serve your higher purpose. Many of you may have been holding on to relationships, expectations, or even old versions of yourself that no longer fit within the divine path God has planned for you. These attachments no matter how comforting they may seem, are blocking the flow of your spiritual growth and divine blessings. Release is not about forgetting or negating the lessons of the past. It's about making space for new opportunities, new relationships, and new experiences that align with God's will. Think of it as making room for your highest self to emerge, for your authentic purpose to be realized. When you hold on to old narratives, fears, or comforts, you limit your ability to step fully into the next chapter of your spiritual journey. The act of releasing can be liberating. It is the spiritual equivalent of cleaning out a cluttered closet to make room for new clothes. As you surrender the weight of what no longer serves you, you make space for divine alignment, allowing God's plan to flow freely through you. This message is for the ones who have been walking in faith, trusting God, even when things felt uncertain, and believing in a calling that only you can fulfill. The timing of this message is not just important, it is crucial. The world is shifting, and with that shift comes an urgent call for those who are aligned with God's will to rise and answer the call. You have been in a season of preparation, and the time has now come for you to take action. This is not a moment to sit back and wait. This is a moment to step forward in faith and embrace the purpose God has been preparing you for. There is an urgency in the air, a divine urgency that is stirring within your spirit. You may feel the pressure, the restlessness, the calling to move forward, but this is God's divine timing. Everything has been orchestrated perfectly for you. To now take the next step, the work that God has been doing in the background is now reaching a crescendo, and you are being asked to align with that work. This act of surrender is essential to your transformation, as it clears the path for you to embrace the future with open hands, unburdened, and ready to receive. Once you have released the past, it is time to focus on what needs to be nurtured and protected your mind and spirit. In a world filled with distractions, negativity, and external pressures, it is easy to let your focus wander and become entangled in unhealthy thoughts or emotions. The mind is a powerful force, and it can either help you grow or hinder your progress depending on what you feed it. To align with God's plan, you must guard your mind. This means actively choosing thoughts that serve your highest good, thoughts that are positive, loving, and aligned with divine truth. The battle for alignment often begins in the mind. If you constantly entertain doubts, insecurities, or negative self-talk, it becomes much harder to receive the clarity and peace that God has for you. Mental clarity is not a passive state. It requires intention and discipline. Take time each day to renew your mind with God's word, affirmations, and positive declarations. Surround yourself with people, resources, and environments that support your spiritual growth. Remember, what you feed your mind affects your emotions, your actions, and ultimately your spiritual alignment. When you align your thoughts with God's promises, you create the mental space for peace, clarity, and vision to thrive. In addition to guarding your mind, it is essential to care for your spirit. Spiritual nourishment comes from consistent practices of prayer, meditation, worship, and quiet time with God. Just as your body needs physical nourishment to thrive, your spirit needs regular, intentional time to connect with the divine. Meditation and quiet reflection allow you to recalibrate and hear God's still small voice guiding you. During these times, invite God's presence into your life and ask Him to reveal His will clearly to you. The act of seeking spiritual renewal helps you realign your heart and mind with God's purpose, bringing you peace and the strength to move forward with confidence. As you release the old and protect your mind and spirit, the final step in this divine realignment is surrender and trust. Surrendering to God's plan means acknowledging that you are not in control of every outcome. It means letting go of the need to control how things unfold, trusting that God's timing is perfect. This is often one of the hardest aspects of spiritual growth because it requires patience and the ability to wait without seeing the immediate results. God's timing is never early, never late, but always perfect. When you surrender your worries and uncertainties to God, you are declaring your trust in His wisdom and divine plan for your life. Trusting in His timing means knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even if you don't see the full picture yet. You don't need to know every step of the journey. You only need to trust that God is leading you. In times of waiting, it's easy to feel restless or frustrated, but this period of stillness is often when God is doing His most profound work behind the scenes. He is shaping you, preparing you, and aligning everything in your life for the next phase of your journey. While you may not see the immediate action, know that God is orchestrating everything with precision and care. Trust that when the time is right, He will reveal the next steps to you. The beauty of surrender lies in the peace that comes with it. When you let go of the need to control, you make space for God to step in and work. You are no longer weighed down by the pressures of figuring everything out on your own. Instead, you are free to rest in the assurance that God is always with you, guiding and directing your steps. As you walk forward in this season of divine alignment, remember that every step is part of God's divine plan. Releasing the past, guarding your mind, and surrendering to His timing are all necessary components of aligning with your purpose. Trust that God is preparing you for something greater, and when the time is right, the doors of opportunity will open wide. Your path is unfolding with perfect timing, and all that you need is already being provided. Keep walking in faith, knowing that your surrender and trust are the keys to unlocking the next chapter of your journey. In this moment, it's essential to recognize the profound truth that you are not alone. God's presence, His guidance, and His protection are always with you, even when you feel uncertain or when the path ahead seems unclear. There are times when the journey feels overwhelming, when it seems like you're navigating through fog, unsure of your next step. During these moments of uncertainty, it's easy to forget that God is actively working on your behalf. He's guiding you even when you don't see it, and protecting you even when you feel like you're vulnerable. Trusting in divine guidance requires a deep faith that transcends the visible world. It's about knowing that God's timing is perfect and that He is never late. Even when things seem stalled or the world around you feels uncertain, God is aligning everything for your good. There is divine orchestration happening in your life behind the scenes, leading you step by step toward your destiny. Your every prayer, your every action, and your faith are being honored even when it doesn't immediately feel like it. The challenges and struggles you face right now are not there to break you. They are part of God's divine plan to refine and prepare you for the greater things He has in store for you. The divine guidance you are receiving is leading you to the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Though you may not always understand the process or why certain things are happening, trust that God sees the bigger picture. His plans for you are always greater than anything you can envision. So in this moment, take a deep breath and know that you are on the right path. Every single step you've taken, every sacrifice you've made, and every prayer you've whispered has not gone unnoticed by God. He sees your efforts, He knows your heart, and He is pleased with your perseverance. Continue trusting His divine guidance because you are being led exactly where you need to go. Now, more than ever, it is time to fully embrace the process of spiritual alignment that is unfolding before you. God has placed you in a season of transformation, and this is a critical time to trust His plan for you. The process may be uncomfortable at times, but it is in these moments that your character is being refined and your faith is being strengthened. Your purpose is unfolding at exactly the right time, and every step you take is part of the greater vision God has for your life. Trust in God's guidance and be patient with yourself during this time of alignment. It's easy to want to rush ahead to push for answers or outcomes before it's time. But remember that divine timing is always perfect. You don't need to rush or force things. The universe is working with you, and everything will unfold when it is meant to. Instead, embrace the process with trust, knowing that God is leading you toward your highest potential. His timing is not arbitrary. It's intentional and precise. It's also important to stay connected to God, to your faith, and to the divine guidance that's been leading you all along. Stay open to the signs and signals that He sends your way, whether it's through scripture, prayer meditation, or simple quiet moments of reflection. God is speaking to you. Trust the still small voice of His direction and move forward with confidence, knowing that He is guiding you every step of the way. Stay grounded in the truth that everything happening in your life right now is happening for a reason. The challenges are not there to stop you. They are there to build you up, to prepare you for the greatness that is coming. This is not the time to question your path or to doubt God's purpose for your life. It's the time to trust that His guidance is leading you to where you need to be. The peace and clarity you seek will come when you fully surrender to His will and trust in His timing. Now more than ever, it is time to step forward in faith and embrace what God has prepared for you. This is the season of activation, the season when everything you've been working toward will come to fruition. God is aligning you for something greater than you ever imagined, but you must be ready to walk into that new season with courage and confidence. The breakthrough is just around the corner, and you are being divinely positioned for success. If you are feeling uncertain or anxious, take a moment to reaffirm your trust in God's plan. Know that He has already equipped you with everything you need for the journey ahead. Take each step with faith, not fear. Trust that everything you've been through, every obstacle you've faced, and every trial you've overcome has prepared you for this moment of alignment. Your divine purpose is unfolding, and God is with you every step of the way. It is time to act. Don't let this moment pass by. The potential for transformation, for breakthrough, and for divine elevation is right before you. This is a pivotal moment in your journey, one that will forever alter the course of your life. God is saying, now is the time. Step into the purpose I have set before you. Now that you understand the significance of this message and the urgency of the call, it's time for you to take action. The next step is in your hands. If you resonate with what is being spoken to your heart, I encourage you to engage with this message. Let the universe know that you are ready to align with God's will. By doing so, you are not only affirming your commitment to God's purpose, but also opening the door for more divine guidance and blessings. If this message has stirred something within you, take a moment to like, subscribe, and comment. 777. As you move forward, I encourage you to pray for clarity, guidance, and the strength to follow God's plan. Ask for His wisdom and protection, and for the courage to move forward in alignment with His will. The path ahead may not always be clear, but remember that God's presence will be with you, guiding you through every step. Trust in His love and His timing, and know that He has already prepared a way for you. You are on the right path, and divine alignment is already in motion. So stay grounded in faith, stay connected to God's voice, and keep moving forward with trust. You are being led to a future full of promise, and this is just the beginning. Stay engaged with the process. Trust that this moment is pivotal, and your divine purpose is unfolding. Be open to receiving all the blessings and opportunities that God has for you, and let Him lead you toward the life He has prepared. Type Amen in the comments if you agree and are ready to step forward with faith. Share this message to encourage others who may need the reminder to stay aligned with divine timing and purpose. As you continue your journey, know that God's plan for you is greater than you can imagine. Keep your faith, trust in His process, and allow Him to guide you into the future He has prepared for you. The number 777 is often seen as a sign of alignment with divine timing. And by typing it, you are declaring your readiness to walk the path that God has set before you. You are confirming that you are in alignment with His purpose for your life, and that you are ready to embrace the transformation He is bringing. By commenting and engaging with this content, you are actively participating in your spiritual growth. This is more than just a passive listening experience. It is a call to action to step into your divine purpose and take ownership of your spiritual destiny. God is waiting for you to respond, and the moment is now. God is with you every step of the way. You are not walking this journey alone. The purpose that He has placed within you is powerful, and it is time for you to step into it with boldness and faith. This is the season of your awakening, the time for you to fully embrace your divine calling and take the necessary steps to bring it to life. Don't let doubt, fear, or uncertainty hold you back. The journey ahead may not always be easy, but with God by your side, you are equipped to handle whatever comes your way. He has been preparing you for this moment, and now it's time to trust in His guidance and move forward in faith. As you take action, remember to stay aligned with God's will. Listen to the divine promptings, follow the path He has set for you, and trust in His timing. You are walking into a season of divine purpose where your life will be used for greater things. Embrace this new chapter, knowing that you are walking in alignment with God's divine plan. Your breakthrough is coming, and you are ready. So I ask again, are you ready to step into the purpose God has for you? Are you ready to walk confidently into the future that He is preparing for you? If so, comment 777 below and take this step with confidence and trust. This is your moment, and with God by your side, you will rise to new heights. As you take action today, remember that divine timing is always at work. Trust in the process, stay aligned with your purpose, and know that God has a plan for your life that is unfolding perfectly. This is only the beginning, and your journey is about to become even more exciting. With every step, you take trust that you are moving closer to your divine destiny. Today is not like any other day. While you may feel that time is simply passing, as it always has, something crucial is unfolding within the unseen realms. The restlessness, the weight you might be carrying, the sense that something is just beyond your reach, these are all signs that God is moving in your life. These sensations, although subtle, are significant indicators that divine timing is at work. The very fact that you are reading this now is no coincidence. You are being prepared for something far greater than you can imagine. God's presence in your life is not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's felt in the quiet, in moments of stillness, or in the stirring of your heart. When God is preparing you for something powerful, He often works quietly, aligning everything behind the scenes in perfect timing. This can cause an internal shift, a sense of anticipation that can feel heavy or unsettling, but it's all part of God's perfect plan for you. Every feeling of restlessness, every urge to push forward despite obstacles, every emotional tug is a sign that the Spirit is moving you closer to your divine purpose. God works with divine precision, aligning the unseen threads of life in ways that are beyond human comprehension. Every step, every decision, every prayer you've made up until this point has led you to this exact moment. Your choices have weight in God's timing, even when it may seem like your path is unclear. The divine process does not rush or act hastily. It unfolds with deep intentionality, aligning every part of your life to a perfect plan. When you make a decision, no matter how small, or offer a prayer from a place of sincerity, you are contributing to a divine symphony that is orchestrating every element of your life. Even when it feels like things are stagnant or you're waiting for an answer, God is moving and preparing things in ways you cannot yet see. Your thoughts, prayers, and choices are all working together to align you with your higher purpose. The beauty of divine timing is that everything happens exactly when it is supposed to. And this includes the trials and challenges that you may be going through now. They are not in vain. They are part of God's strategy for your life, shaping you, preparing you, and moving you closer to the moment when everything will align perfectly. God doesn't just move in broad strokes. He is deeply concerned with the details of your life. He works in the small, seemingly insignificant moments, aligning them with the bigger picture. The seemingly quiet, unimportant events that may have occurred yesterday, or the decisions that felt trivial at the time, are part of the divine web that is now coming together. God has been working behind the scenes to align everything, preparing you for this moment and positioning you for what's to come. You might be feeling a kind of spiritual pressure and inner tension that you cannot fully explain. This pressure is not for your harm, and it is not something that will lead to destruction. On the contrary, it is God's way of refining you, sharpening you, and preparing you for greater responsibility. It may feel uncomfortable, even overwhelming, but it is the weight of the divine process at work in your life. God's refining process is like gold being purified by fire. It is not an easy process, but it is necessary for your spiritual growth and for the purposes He has for you. This spiritual pressure you feel is not meant to break you. Instead, it is meant to build you.